Isn't it amazing? I mean, Apollo has been around almost a year, and what have they done? I mean, not in a bad way. What have they achieved? What is this? I mean, I really think this is to say, wow, this is great. And I think it's worth a great applause to Jing Tao and all of the Baidu team. Please, a big applause to Baidu. My name is Wolfgang Jochmann. I'm the Vice President of Sales and Business Development at AutonomouStuff. People that don't know AutonomouStuff, we enable the future of autonomy. And we work very closely with our partners. One of our biggest partners is Baidu Apollo. And as I said, people that don't know AutonomouStuff, we're a company that's from Morton, Illinois. We were founded in 2010. And Morton, Illinois is close to Chicago in the Midwest. But we are a worldwide company. We have offices here in Silicon Valley, where I'm located, in Detroit, in Germany, and in China. And actually in China, we even have manufacturing facilities where we very closely support Baidu and all our other partners in Asia. The way we enable the future of technology is by helping to reduce our customers' development times. We help that you don't have to start at the beginning, that you can actually concentrate on what you want to do, which is autonomous driving or autonomous driving applications, providing the hardware, by providing automotive-grade sensors, by providing professional services, customized software, and these pre-calibrated and pre-configured automated driving platforms. We also recently have expanded into data intelligence, because people have to do something with all of that data that's generated. That includes data storage, annotation, tagging. Those are areas we're also involved in. And you're probably most familiar with our fleet of vehicles that we offer. You see several outside. There's an Apollo Polaris Gem low-speed neighborhood vehicle outside. There's the Lincoln MKZs that you're familiar with. But we even offer Class 8 semi-trucks that drive around and deliver goods that also have a great potential to be automated. There's more than 350 of these vehicles out there being utilized by autonomous researchers. And I would say that's truly probably the largest fleet of autonomous vehicles that has been generated as a service to this industry. But it's not only the platforms itself, we also provide all the hardware that Helen talked about: LiDAR, cameras, radar, GPS, computing power, whatever it needs that you might need to get to your autonomous dream faster, we can help to provide that. So it's not a surprise that we are actually in partnership with Baidu, and we have been in partnership with Baidu right from the beginnings. And when I say beginning, I don't mean 1 year ago when Baidu's Apollo was launched. I actually still remember when I went to Baidu here in Sunnyvale on Bordeaux Avenue, and this was back in April 2016. I was discussing with the engineers at that time what sensor should be on the car, what platform should be used, and that's when I guess the beginnings of Apollo were being launched. And we have been there at the Create 2017 event in Beijing. Our CEO, Bobby Hamrick, has been there together on stage with the team when it was launched. I was there at the meetup in Sunnyvale. This is almost a year ago in September. We were all together at the Las Vegas 2.0 launch of Baidu. And our engineer, Lucas, was on stage at the meetup in spring in 2018, a few months ago, talking about his experiences on how to integrate our GEM platform with the Apollo software so that it can be controlled through the Apollo platform. And of course, the biggest thing was for our CEO, Bobby Hamrick, to be on stage in 2018, just a few weeks ago on 4th of July. He actually had to miss 4th of July to be in Beijing, but he honorably did that. And he was on stage together with the CEO and founder of Baidu, Robin Li, for that. So yes, we are a partner of Apollo, and we really value our relationship. And what we do in order to help customers on the Apollo side is we have put together a starter kit of different sensors. Obviously, it's always expanding the hardware that can be used and is pre-approved by Apollo, and we work with that. We offer all the sensors that can be used for Apollo so that you know where to get these sensors if you want to use them, and you don't have to go to each individual supplier. But the additional service that we offer is we can put them together onto a vehicle and route the wiring, configure the computer for you, so you don't have to go through all the trouble of downloading the programs and configure it, which can be easy, and then sometimes, of course, the trick is in the details. The devil is in the details, and it might take longer than expected. So we can help with that. We can save time. It's not surprising that a lot of our Asian partners actually love our platform. We work with many of them. Many of them are Apollo partners. But not just in Asia we're successful. Here's a picture actually of another service that we provide. This is an Apollo deep dive training where we worked very closely together with one of our customers. Actually, Craig Johnson is right here. Renaissance and QNX wanted more details on how to really work with Apollo. So we set up a training together with the Apollo engineer at the Apollo facilities and to get into the details of what Apollo is about and how to get the most out of it. And here's a few pictures, some of our cars, some of Apollo's cars. And it was a very casual atmosphere, but the chance was that we made it possible that these engineers from the commercial companies can be very, very close to Apollo and work together. Renaissance, QNX, I mentioned. We had Danny Shapiro on stage here earlier, NXP, of course. All these companies, all these semiconductor companies are in the race to get their chips into semi-automated vehicles. And we work with every one of them. We help all of them to get there faster so they can really concentrate what they're doing, which is semiconductor chips and AV, and we help them to get there faster with our hardware. The academia, of course, is also interested in getting there. We have a few members from the academia in the audience here. I want to mention specifically two of them. One is the University of Nevada, Reno, Richard Kelly, who is going to speak right after me. And then the other one I want to mention is Texas A&M. Texas A&M actually has all three of our platforms, a Class 8 semi-truck, Lincoln MKZ, and Polaris GEM vehicle. And what they have done is they actually were one of the early adopters of Apollo. They utilized Apollo 1.0 very early on this vehicle so that it can drive around on Texas A&M campus, and you can pull out your cell phone now and you say you want to have one of these vehicles, and it is a shuttle that brings you to a different location on campus. And the next step is they're rolling out a fleet of vehicles, not just on campus, but it's going to be downtown in College Station, which is the town right next to, in real traffic with real people driving around in these GEM vehicles. We also have delivered these GEM vehicles with the Apollo configuration to a major OEM in Detroit. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to mention the company name, but in Detroit there's basically two major OEMs, so you can take your pick which one it might be. And again, they want to do some research with Apollo, and they didn't want to waste the time, have their engineers put all these sensors on their cars, so they allowed us to do that for them, pre-configure the software so they can go right from the beginning and do what they are interested in. And right now in our shop in Morton, Illinois, we have 3 MKZs. We have 3 MKZs that we're configuring with the Apollo platform. These are all companies in stealth mode, so I again can't disclose the name of those, sorry, but you will see them soon when the announcements come out. And that's how people take advantage of it. And that brings me to my last slide. Thank you very much. Danke, sheshe, kamsahamnida, arigato. That's about all I know in different languages. Thank you.